welcome back to the podcast. If you're new here, my name's Gwen,
I'm the Alpha.
and this is Coffee Talk with Gwen and the Alpha. It's no secret that 2020 was a wild fucking year.
What a year.
Very wild. The cosplay community went up through the roof, and a lot of weirdos came out with their new fetishes and different sexualities.
Yeah, let's dip into dream sexuals.
What a weird human to make a sexuality about.
Not only did we find out in later years that he's a kitty diddler,
What a disgusting creature.
the fucker's just not that attractive.
Exactly. It's like if God put a fucking mullet on a donkey.
Hey! Jesus. You see that one right there? I know I made him look like a donkey, but I think he needs a little mullet on there.
Dang, Moses, I think you got a point. Someone give that boy a mullet.
In the midst of the dream SMP, people made up the flag and sexuality of dream sexual.
A bunch of weird kids put together dream sexual because they felt extremely attracted to the faceless man that they didn't even know what he looked like.
That's what the mask is.
People started coming out as dream sexual to their parents and absolutely bawling their eyes out when their parents said, "That's fucking stupid."
W parents.
I'm sure Dream would like them back anyways.
Still on to the next point.
Actually, my little brother wanted to come on here and tell everybody about this girl licking her toilet seat in the midst of coronavirus, so let me give him a call real quick. Hey!
Hey,
Alright. Go for it, Graham.
can we talk about how this bitch fucking licked a toilet seat trying to get coronavirus?
Fucking crazy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Likewise, my friend.
Yeah.
Anything else to add on to that statement?
Let it out, bro.
Can we also talk about how the cringiest era came out in 2020?
That's so real.
Absolutely.
First of all, there's this girl going, "Ugh." Like, no one cares, girl. Back the fuck up. Get off of fucking YouTube. Go somewhere else. Get alive.
Thank you for that, Graham.
Thank you, Grim. That was
You're
lovely.
welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Such a wise-minded 9-year-old.
What a lovely little human being, our little comedian.
Absolutely.
Our next point, the cosplay community and the uproar for anything MHA related.
Specifically, the ship for Katsuki Bakugo and Izuku Midoriya from MHA.
Which, by the way, is the most abusive ship I've ever fucking heard.
Like, Katsuki literally hates Izuku.
The sudden appearance of infantilizing characters from an anime. What the fuck is wrong with everybody?
These are full-grown adults.
Likewise, like all the fucking videos with Kirishima sucking on a pacifier. That's fucking disgusting. That's a man, not a baby.
Pretty sure the creator of MHA would have been disgusted with all of it.
2020 very well may have been one of his 13 reasons.
It would have been one of mine, that's for fucking sure, because it was gross.
The only cosplay-related thing I was okay with in 2020 was FNAF, because I love FNAF.
FNAF, closeted bisexuality and autism go hand in hand now.
Absolutely. Like this TikTok I saw the other day said, it seems like every bisexual person has an infatuation with FNAF.
Which I don't blame them, because the lore on the game and the game itself it's fucking fantastic.
And the new games for it, too, are absolutely insane.
And in that same year of all of this weird cosplay shit, the Pentagon released actual UFO videos and absolutely no one fucking cared about it.
Well, yeah, because everybody knew it existed. What did they think gatekeeping the truth from us was going to do anything? We would have found out on our own anyways.
In the midst of all that chaos of dying and sickness and UFO videos, Taco Bell decided they were going to be a bunch of shitheads and canceled the quesarito and Fiesta potatoes and the 7-layer burrito.
The best items on their fucking menu.
And they wondered why people weren't fucking happy with their menu now that the best items on there were gone.
They do this every year. Why would they keep the things that people like on their menu instead of getting rid of it? Putting something on there that people don't like.
Oh, our little Einstein.
Like in 2022 and 2023 where they got rid of the fucking nacho fries, which are also one of the best things on the menu.
God, what a bunch of dumbasses.
Yeah, what a bunch of dumbasses.
Agreed, but we'll be back after this break.
Hey, ready for something new this year? Death Beyond the Sea takes your grandma's Christmas favorites for a swim in the deep end with their new album, Happy Holidays from the South Side. It's queer-owned, women-powered, and holiday-approved. It's worth a listen. Check it out.
Hey, it's Alpha. If you're liking the beat you're listening to, go check them out over on YouTube. It's Plants Over People. They made the intro for our podcast, actually. They're a really cool person. Check them out.
Hey, it's Gwen. In need of a new true crime podcast? Check out my other podcast, The Horror of Reality, where I talk about the horrifying truths around the world. My last episode was about the Turpin family, and I'm working on more, so go give it a listen, why don't you?
Hey, it's Alpha. In need of new stuff for your D&D campaign? Need memorabilia of all of your favorite rock stars who have passed away? Need goofy stickers for your car? Check out Death by Dice on Facebook. They travel around doing different conventions and are working on a website. They're lovely people and I'm sure they'd love to meet you. Check them out.
To steer away from all the cringe of 2020, me and Alpha have decided to talk about yet another horror game. Yep, we're both nerds.
And one of our viewers decided on the Mortuary Assistant, which is a very well-scripted game.
I was there since the demo. So, the demo was as great as the actual game.
It's one of those demos that actually got made into a real full game, so...
It's a moment in history.
Alright, get into it.
Thankfully, the story on the Mortuary Assistant wiki page is actually quite short, so I won't have to, destroy my throat reading long paragraphs and essays about a game. So let's get into it. The player takes on the role of Rebecca Owens, a recent graduate from mortuary school, and a former heroin addict who has begun working for a mortician named Raymond Dover at Riverfield's mortuary. This mortuary has a reputation of the supernatural. Rebecca is asked to come to work the night shift when strange things start happening in the mortuary and it is revealed that demons are possessing one of the cadavers. With limited time and experience, Rebecca must use whatever information and tools at her disposal while facing her own past demons to identify which cadaver is serving as a vessel for the dark entity that haunts her during the night, and banish it to prevent herself from being possessed.
Tell me about the full plot.
I got you. Alright. In 1998, Rebecca Owens arrives at the local Riverfields mortuary in Connecticut in order to start her new job as the assistant to her old teacher and owner of the mortuary, Raymond Dover. However, during her review, Rebecca experiences some strange phenomena and Raymond decides to send her home early. Later that night, Raymond calls Rebecca back for an emergency night shift, but when she arrives, Raymond locks her in the mortuary and informs her that a demon is attempting to possess her. The only way to stop it is to find the cadaver the demon is hiding in, using a special ritual to bind the demon to the cadaver, and then burn it in the mortuary's incinerator, all while performing her regular duties of properly embalming the cadavers for burial. Rebecca is meanwhile hampered by the demon, who will try to interfere with her work through hallucinations and manipulating her senses. If Rebecca survives the night, Raymond explains now that she has been targeted by a demon. It will continue to haunt her for the rest of her life, so she has no choice but to continue working at the mortuary to ward it away. After Rebecca survives the second night, Raymond admits that a demon attempted to possess him as well, and he has been continually haunted by them, which is why he is researching a way to permanently banish them.
There's already so much to the plot this is the first paragraph of the Wikipedia.
Likewise, on subsequent nights, Rebecca can eventually learn that Raymond keeps a possessed woman, Valerie, locked in the mortuary basement and collects her blood to produce the reagent needed to carry out the binding rituals. Despite reservations, Rebecca continues working in the mortuary, and the demon begins taunting her by forcing her to relive memories of her past, where her mother died of a drug overdose and she subsequently became a drug addict, nearly dying of an overdose herself, resulting in her father's death when he tried to save her. Realizing the demon is trying to use her guilt over her father's death against her, Rebecca can finally come to terms with his death and briefly witnesses a vision of her father who assures her she is not his fault for his death. The game's final ending is triggered when Rebecca attempts to banish the demon possessing Valerie. However, the ritual fails and Valerie attacks Rebecca. Raymond intervenes and his shirt is torn open to reveal a mysterious sigil drawn on his chest, which destroys Valerie and part of the sigil is burned away. Rebecca accuses Raymond of hiding more secrets from her and she angrily storms out of the basement. After Rebecca leaves, Raymond enters a hidden chamber where his possessed mother is chained up. He cuts off a piece of his mother's flesh and uses it to restore the sigil. All the while, the demon taunts Raymond by pointing out his source of reagent is gone, but Raymond remains committed to fighting the demons.
The plot is quite long, but the graphics and the mechanics of the game make up for everything, because it's truly a great horror game.
Absolutely, the mechanics used are smooth and the graphics are great.
Might I say, as smooth as P. Diddy's stairs when he poured baby oil down them to keep the cops out. However, unfortunately, that is all the time we have for this episode today.
Yep. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast on Spotify, or for the viewers on YouTube watching the semi-visual one. And as always, rock on, weirdos.
Thanks again, Plants Over People, for this awesome podcast intro. We couldn't have done it without you. You are awesome sauce. And as always, say Sigma, bitches.